Good afternoon, Dr. Liudmyla. Welcome to the chat session and congratulations on being selected as the eminent person for our conference.
Good afternoon. Thank you for this selection. My name is Liudmyla Gryzun. I'm a full professor of Information Systems Department of National University of Economics of Kharkiv City, Ukraine, where we train specialists for different IT specialists for different branches of national and international economy. I have a PhD and second doctoral degree in pedagogical studies, so main branch of my activities, scientific activities, is focused on the influence of IT technologies, of digital tools on the process of tutorial process of preparing of different types of specialists at universities. That is my main sphere of my scientific research. Thank you.
Okay, so would you like to share something about your personal life?
My recent studies mostly focused on improving of using of digital tools in the context of online studies, which maybe we had to do it due to COVID and due to the war situation in Ukraine. And now the focus of my activity is to improving and how to say it, improving and making better the typical learning activities which are usually used for distant learning and for using of digital tools, but we try to add a bit classroom spirit to make our activity more interactive in order to involve the students who are distantly and they're disconnected physically. I'm thinking about how to improve it and how to introduce a bit more virtual physical contact and involve students into active forms of work and to make them closer, at least in the virtual way.
Okay. So, like before proceeding for our more intellectual questions, I would just like to address that we have noticed that you and your whole nation has been, suffering very tough times for past couple of months. So, how difficult is currently for you to continue with your research plans?
Definitely, we have really lots of challenges because all of our universities, even at these really hard times, we go on providing tutorial process in a remote way, and it's a great challenge for us and the great balance because our students also are in different situations. But in fact we do our best in order to provide our studying and learning on the high level, because that is the basis for our future development, future economy in any way.
Okay. So, doctor, just a question of curiosity that how were you and your family safe in those tough times? How did you manage?
Thank you for your question. Unfortunately, the city, my home city, Kharkiv, is bombed permanently. Unfortunately,
Yeah, it was
goes
bombarded.
on. And we had to move from this place to the central part of Ukraine, where we found our accommodation, and all of my family is with me together, and all of us are working remotely. I'm teaching remotely, and both of my daughters, they are IT specialists, and they can have an opportunity to work remotely, as well as their husbands. My oldest daughter's husband joined army as an IT specialist, and now he is defending us. All of us are praying for him, and we are really proud of him. We are more or less safe, and we have an opportunity to go on our work, to go on our research and other activities. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, because actually in those times we were concerned because you as our STRA president, and we just knew that only you are associated with us from Ukraine. So we have also sent you multiple emails asking about your good health. So that was all matter of concerns, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
So do you think that these tough times will soon get over for you?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Like, do you think that these tough times will soon get over and you and your country will be in peace?
So we are hoping that our army is strong enough, and we are supported by all over the world. I have to say that nowadays as I said, I'm with a group of children's dance groups here in Italy, where it is a great festival in support of Ukraine. And I have to say that it's obvious that all the countries, all European countries and all over the world, people are supporting us, and we are supported. Our army is also supported with necessary things. But I'm sure that to win the peace and to resist this aggression, it's possible only joining all the efforts.
True.
Only one country, Ukraine, can't do it.
Yeah,
But we are supported. We are proud of it, and we're happy that we will be able to resist it and to win finally. Okay, thank
very
you.
true. And we again wish you and your family very good health, safety, as well as peace for your country.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
Okay. So, doctor, what was your motivation during COVID to carry out the research in a smoothly manner?
So I think that true researcher can't stop. We can't postpone our life. We can't postpone our work. That is research activity. It's a part of my personal life and my personal work. So any no obstacles. There are no obstacles to stop a true researcher to no stop doing their main what is it aim of their lives. And my principle is we have to go on working. We have to concentrate in any situation, pandemic, war, anything. It's difficult, it's a challenge, but there is a part of my life, and I have to go on doing it on this situation, on that level where we are right now. And definitely there are lots of things, for example, in the pedagogical research and pedagogical area. It's very important to have personal contact with students in order to get a feedback. Now we have to take this feedback only in remote way. More or less it's possible to do via Zoom, when you can see via camera your students and find out if it's really true that he's saying, or maybe he has his own feelings, which is impossible to get doing only a remote service, for example. Yeah. But anyway, despite these challenges, we go on doing it with using special digital tools.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, doctor, for explaining. Again, a question, like you attended our conference recently of July conferences, and your
Yeah.
topic of research was blended learning. So are you doing some kind of research on that topic?
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing kind of research on the blended learning and exactly introducing interactive methods into blended learning activity.
Okay.
And we got a kind of a pilot survey in order to understand the how far it's right, something that we are doing. And this is the first part of this is the first stage of our research, and we hope to go on using it. And moreover, I have experienced or tested these interactive methods, including into blended learning for one kind of my subjects which I teach. But now I'm preparing the next stage of involving students of different specialities and try it for different other subjects. And maybe it's going to be some peculiarities, and we are going to be able to compare the results of the beginning of the skills and after the implementing these methods into our activity, we hope to go on this study in different branches. Yeah.
Okay. So is there a team of yours who's conducting research or helping you, or are you working as an individual?
Mostly I'm working as an individual, but I
Okay.
also have colleagues from my university and from other universities. And nowadays, in these situations, we are doing like this one. We are creating some ideas, discussing some ideas remotely, and then we try our ideas, try and implement them in different universities, and then again gather via Zoom, for example, or via other instruments, and discuss the results and discuss the further moving of our research. There's a special way of our work right now, but what we are doing is like this one.
Okay. So, doctor, are you currently writing some thesis on it, your topic, or a research paper kind of thing?
Characterize my team?
Yeah, like you as an individual when you're conducting research.
Yeah.
So are you writing some kind of dissertation or research papers on those topics?
In fact, no. I have defended 2 dissertations, and I think it's quite enough. But I
Okay.
go on my teaching studying, and anyway, as a researcher, I try to implement some new instruments, some tools. And as a researcher, I need not only just to implement it, but I need to understand how good is it, and how to prove if it is good or not good. If it's not good, we have to improve it. Moreover, also I try to involve students into my research activity, which is the most interesting and the most valuable, I think so. And students, for example, during classes or during project activity, they are involved into developing, for example, some digital stories on didactic purpose, or they are involved into developing of gamified products which are helpful for students, for example, with special needs, or it's a gamified product for involving other students into learning some algorithms, some peculiarities of algorithms, and some others. Definitely, these activities nowadays is not as alive, not as fruitful as it used to be, because before we had wonderful projects with students, for example, role-playing algorithms in dancing, for example, role-playing some, I don't know, processes in this kinesthetic activity. And before the war, we had blended learning where when we attended classes, and this activity was more interesting for students, more alive. They took part in some business games and so on. And I also, during this students activity, I also involved them into collecting data, into providing a survey, getting feedback from other students. And so we go on doing it, but in different situations, in different conditions. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, doctor, you have even attended the physical conferences, then you have been part of our multiple online conferences. So, which conference mode you prefer the most?
The most definitely I prefer physical conferences.
Yeah.
It's unforgettable atmosphere of exchanging, and not only during the conference session where presenters present their research and you can ask questions, but also this how to say, behind the activity, behind the session, there were dinner, altogether dinner, where we could also discuss some problems, and it was very fruitful activity. Different kinds of team activity when we were divided into teams, and we had to discuss some problems and then exchange the results of discussion with different other groups. It was unforgettable and really, really great. However, if it's impossible to do in physical way, at least this going on of our Zoom meetings, Zoom conferences, they can't completely substitute it. But anyway, they are important because
True.
otherwise, all our research community will stop activity, and unfortunately, it would be really so awful if it would happen. So many thanks to Eurasia Research organization who allows us to go on this kind of activity of scientific feeling of scientific community, maybe in virtual way, but it's a possibility. It's a
Okay.
possibility. Better to meet physically, but if it's impossible, at least to meet in online way. It's also fruitful. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Again, I would just like to ask you that will you encourage any of your friends or colleagues to attend a conference online, or have you done it before?
You mean my friends and colleagues who try
Yeah.
to definitely they also join the online conferences, and the online internship nowadays is quite popular. And before this pandemic, definitely all of us preferred, and we're really eager to take part in physical conferences all over the world. It was a part of our scientific work. However, now my colleagues and friends, they feel something like I have said about myself. It's better to do it physically, but if it's impossible, at least there is an opportunity to go on activities online.
Okay. So, Doctor, I would like to know your positive feedback about our conferences. You have been the president, you are the president of STRA, and then you are the keynote speaker for our multiple conferences, and you have attended as a keynote speaker for Terra as well. So, what is your positive feedback, and what do you think is our strength of Eurasia Research?
So my feedback is definitely positive, because yeah, because it's a great opportunity for researchers to meet on this Zoom platform in order to share the ideas, share the research, and have this immediate feedback from the colleagues all over the world. It's really valuable thing for all of us. Yeah. And as for the activities, I think that we need to maybe to develop our activity a bit in the lines of maybe some new forms of interactivity between researchers. And maybe it's a good idea, might be, besides conferences are definitely, it's really important and we go on doing it, but maybe we have to find out some new forms of interactivity. Maybe it's good idea to find out some branches of our research, and to have groups according to the who are interested exactly in these branches of research, and maybe to provide there some collaboration in the lines of maybe creating some projects or working upon some ideas or developing maybe some digital tools, or it might be some schools, summer schools or winter schools for young researchers. So there are lots of forms. I have some ideas, maybe we will discuss it also later, but my final feedback is that the conferences are a wonderful scene to collaborate. However, they are quite short. They don't. It's not enough. Not only to share your ideas and get the feedback of colleagues, but maybe we need to develop some other kinds of collaboration. Yeah, some forms of find out some different forms of collaborations, not only conferences.
Okay. So Thank you so much, Doctor, for patiently asking my curious questions and even attending our chat session, giving your consent for such a short duration of time. And it was actually wonderful interacting with you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to have such an interview. It's great honor for me to collaborate with the organization. Thank you.
And actually, it's indeed our great honor to have you as our president, as our keynote speaker. And actually, we adore how active you are and how promptly you respond towards our emails and towards our invitations. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. I really enjoy the collaboration with the organization. It's important for me. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Thank you for your questions.
Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much, Doctor. Bye.
Yeah,
Have a
see
good day.
you soon at the conference. Thank you and you.
Yes, Doctor. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day.